on my face, sidewalk flying beneath my bike. A 5-year-old's first taste of what freedom's really like. He was running right beside me, his hand holding on the seat. I took a deep breath and hollered as I headed for the street. You can let go now, Daddy, you can let go. Oh, I think I'm ready to do this on my own. It's still a little bit scary, but I want you to know I'll be okay now, Daddy, you can let go. I was standing at the altar between the two loves of my life. To one I'd been a daughter, to one I soon would be a wife. When the preacher asked who gives this woman, Daddy's eyes filled up with tears. He kept holding tightly to my arm till I whispered in his ear, you can let go now, Daddy, you can let go. Oh, I think I'm ready to do this on my own. It still feels a little bit scary, but I want you to know I'll be okay now, Daddy, you can let go. It was killing me to see the strongest man I ever knew wasting away to nothing in that hospital room. You know he's only hanging on for you, that's what the night nurse said. My voice and heart were breaking as I crawled up in his bed and said, you can let go now, Daddy, you can let go. Your little girl is ready to do this on my own. It's gonna be a little bit scary, but I want you to know I'll be okay now, Daddy, you can let go. You can let go.
It's one of those typical country music songs where you talk about fathers and mothers and children and grown-ups and families and love. It's one of those typical stories here. It's mainly revolving around the daddy and the daughter. From teaching her cycling at the age of 5 to the altar and everything before and after. All that is more or less covered, and you can connect with it even if it's not covered, because these are things that happen all around the world in some way or the other in families. So it's a well-written song, beautiful voice the singer has, and I love the fiddle doing its thing. You know, it's more melancholic here. It's more sorrowful the way it is played, but wow, it just makes this whole song sound so much better. If it wasn't for that violin, or the fiddle as you guys call it, some of you guys, if it wasn't for that, I think this song wouldn't have the impact it had on me today.
Wow, it sounded great. It was easier sung than done. When she, the last few lines when she just came to the hospital and saw him and she said, you can let it go now, Daddy. It's not that easy. And it was sung very comfortably and with ease. But it is not that easy. It's very easy when you're cycling and you want your dad to just leave it because you want to see, yeah, you can do it. I remember when I was we were learning cycling. It was not just me but my two other siblings. I was the eldest one, and we had got first cycle among all three. To first start learning, and then maybe if we get it, then we get more. So the first one, and it was supposed to be for my younger brother, but he was no good. He was still too young for the cycling, and I ended up getting it better than him. So my dad, we had those guard wheels on the side, and it was they weren't really helping much. I don't know why, but they were not that good at the performance. So my dad used to hold the cycle behind, and so much patience for all three of us, and physical endeavor for him to keep pushing and keep holding while we were cycling, because the side guard wheels were not working, and none of us were any good, and he was almost going to give up because it was becoming very exhausting for him. When one day I didn't even realize when he had left and when I had started paddling on my own, and I got the rhythm, and I just wanted to check that whether he was holding or not, because my cycle felt lighter. And when I looked back, I saw, and I was elated that I'm completely free and he's not holding and I'm cycling. But then he had a face that was worrisome. It was not a good face. He was not smiling. He was not happy that I was cycling on my own, and that confused me. And by the time I turned to look in the front, I had rammed in the truck that was parked at the side. So that's what happened. That was my first stint, literally, on my own cycling, and when there was nobody holding it. But this is how dramatic it was, and I still remember it. That was good when I wanted him not to hold it and I can do it. But when somebody is departing, you don't really want to do what she did. So that was quite amazing.